Hi everybody, my name is Amir and today I would like to present my work as task 7 in UX design introduction course. So please meet Farhan. Farhan is my proto persona. He is 26 years old, a computer science student from Australia. He has a part-time job in a research institute and he's studying and working at the same time, so you can imagine that he has a busy schedule. But Farhan has goals to achieve and he wants to study abroad and move to Germany. For that, he needs to pass a German language exam. He also thinks he will possibly work and live in Germany after graduation. To achieve this goal, he's watching German movies and reading German news and talking to his German friends, all to improve his German language. But this is not always easy because he doesn't fully understand the movies that he's watching, and he often has to guess the meaning of some words and terms when he's reading news. He also says that he cannot fully express his thoughts when he's talking to his German friends. He says that he has a problem remembering the past words that he has learned. So, this is a time that I, as a designer, step in to design an app to help him overcome this problem. So I needed to find a method to help memorizing past terms. So I started to analyze some apps to get an idea of what they're doing. I pointed out the pros and cons of each app and what to consider and what to avoid in my designs. And after analyzing the apps, I conducted interviews with three participants and collected their ideas and points on using these kind of apps. Where are the pain points? What do they like using these apps? What they didn't like? And also were they successful learning words with these apps? What do they expect from these apps? And collected these data. And after collecting and combining the analysis of apps and points by users, it was a time to think about a method and bring the users' needs together in an effective method. So I got some ideas, and it was the time to write the tasks and to draw user flows. After drawing user flows, I brought them into my first wireframes and connected these wireframes together to get my first prototype. At this point, I thought that it all makes sense and I think it will work. But I was not right. So I had to test my work. I put the prototype to test with five participants to test the usability of my app, and the result was not what I expected. The review and quiz processes were confusing, as well as a categorizing system. So users were asking what's the meaning of these categories. Also, terms were not clear, like the systematic review was not clear for users. And some users were also got stuck on some unclear symbols and icons. So it was the time to change. I redraw my user flows and the wireframes. So as you can see here in the pictures, I tried to make the onboarding more clear more clear with new information and buttons to process. And I simplified the review process by cutting some unnecessary parts, so I could reduce the pages from 9 to 3. And then I also reduced the text and brought them into small info icons next to each function. I also changed the unclear symbols and added some more features like search, share, and add to collections buttons. And then I also did a fundamental change and took the quiz out of review section and gave it a separate section. I also changed the categories to collections for better understanding, and I changed the numbers to names. So what is next? I think definitely a new usability testing is necessary to see how users will interact with the new design. Is the new design more clear? Do they understand the process now? I also need to add some missing pages so users don't get stuck in prototype and feel the app as a real app. I also need to work on my writings and the terms that I'm using. And a very important point is a good interface is absolutely needed here. And the whole process must be repeated again. So what did I learn? I learned to use fewer but clear terms. This is a very important point to give the user a clear idea of what a button will do when they click on it. I also learned to use fewer text and more buttons so they can explore and go through the app rather than read. And I think I must focus on happy paths and draw distinguished tasks with distinguished steps. This way they don't get lost using a task. Also, I think voices and visuals are very important for users and must be considered in designing the app. And users like more but simple and clear functions. I would like to thank you for your attention and wish you a very nice day.